basic and post other different large language model. uh, Everybody is into Gemini, everybody is into some of the chat GPT console, but there is always this feeling of getting lost, especially people in tech. I've seen them getting frustrated. Uh, the the media, which is kind of ignorant media, they have no clue where the direction is going. They try to dictate this narrative by giving a lot of information, as if that in 5 years time, people who are now developer programmers or into systems, they will have nothing to do. So there is a general feeling of getting lost. So today I will try to build a confidence in this with the developer communities, that what we need to do, where we need to focus, and what is important for us, and take it from there. Before I dive into my lecture, I would like to take a small survey. Would you raise your hand? How many of you are already engaged in some sort of machine learning AI project in this auditorium? Would you raise your hand, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost 50% of this crowd is already engaged in things like this, where there are technology uses which dictates some certain level of intelligence. My ideal audience today would be somebody who is trying to build their career in AI/ML. So my lecture is dedicated for them. So to do that, what I did is I have divided the entire journey into 9 different initiatives. So these 9 initiatives, number 1 is getting to know the subject itself. Sometimes we become too much tool driven, too much focus on framework, so we forget that how this actually works. Example, same question if you ask Gemini, and same question if you ask DeepSeek, I can bet you'll never get the same result. Any idea why? Because of the data set. They don't operate on the same data set. So if we basically don't understand that how these technologies work, we'll be in the loser side of it. So for anyone who wants to have a career in AI and ML, my first recommendation will be, to get their maths fundamentals absolutely clear. They need to get their statistical fundamentals very, very clear, where they understand, how different statistical methodologies works, model works, probability works. All these they really need to have a truly hands-on experience. Okay, and of course, without few programming languages, I'm sure that it is paramount, impossible to go further in ML AI, and we all know Python has been driving the entire game along with R. So anybody having a good combination of Python and R, for them is an amazing start. So going forward, understanding maths, stats, Python and R. These are your basic building blocks which you need to know as a ML AI developer. Okay. Second is you need to understand the basic concept of ML AI, because if you don't understand what is a supervised algorithm, unsupervised algorithm, and reinforcement learning, and explore various algorithms which does that. You'll not be able to take advantage of this subject. So it is important on a given problem what exactly core machine learning concept will be used. You have to clearly know that whether we should go for a supervised learning or we should go for unsupervised learning or we should mix two of them. We really need to know that extremely clear. Third thing, of course, tools are there to assist you. Few tools, either you can develop few tools for yourself. A lot of forward-looking companies, they develop tools which is specific to their need. However, some of the tools and framework is a must to know. Like if you don't know TensorFlow, PyTorch, Torch, and also tools like cloud platform, like because you need massive computing power, AWS, and also GCP and Azure, also Oracle's cloud. It is impossible to actually run your model. So for you, these skills are also must. Fourth thing, very important. This is a very vast field, extremely vast. If you try to do anything and everything, you'll be lost everywhere. So you need to really get your niche. So in the niche, what you need to do is some people focus on NLP, natural language processing. Some people talks about computer vision, where they compare different graphics, different visual representation, and come up with an algorithm. And some people works with robotics because robotics with AI is the frontier these days. And of course, there is another emerging field which you can really consider is AI ethics. So every AI installation would need some professional who understand AI ethics ins and out. So if there is a team of 10, at least one would be from the ethical practice. So when you're trying to team up, when the customer sees that this company has come up with all these model people, they have come up with all these tool people, and also they have got somebody in the team who is known for his AI ethics delivery, that will add up, especially when you're trying to work in North American projects. They give that a lot of value, especially product company which you're trying to build. I'll give an example, real life example. There is a product which does anti-money laundering. They catch suspect. So there is a black box. In the black box, everything is built in that how this is got. So from the customer's perspective, you don't know how this algorithm works. But the moment the customer says that in the team you have somebody, ethics practitioner, he immediately would give you a blank check saying, okay, go ahead and implement this. But if you don't have somebody like this in the audit process, I'm sure your project will be delayed or sometime even get rejected. So this is another big field which you can really focus. Okay. It goes without saying, there are people who would always be in the test and try mode. They'll try this, try that, they knows everything, they would know most of the thing, but they have never done any real-time solution. Trust me, one real-time solution is more than having a master's degree in AI ML. I can tell you right now. Because when you're trying to implement that in real time, so many hurdles you will find, so many issues that will hit you on the chest, that would be invaluable lesson for you. So for me, I would really recommend that go ahead, build a real-time project which is of real use to some real application. It goes without saying, Before you can drop your hat, this field is actually changing. So many new concepts coming, so many new players are entering, so many buzzword is getting created, and so many buzzwords are also getting fade away. So be aware what is real, what is a signal, and what is a noise. Be very careful about it. Don't build your career based on sudden noise. Imagine people who had built significant expertise based on sudden language model. Imagine what is happening to them. Their career has faded away the moment DeepSeek were implemented. Okay? So be careful. Number 7, very important. This is a field where you cannot really learn alone. You need to be part of a community. Bangladesh, we have an amazing community called Data Science Bangladesh. I don't know how many of you are aware. This is about 10 years. This particular community has been in LinkedIn for more than 10 years. So there are about 4,500 members. Out of them, more than 200 PhDs or researchers, academician, researcher. So it's an amazing community to be part of it. Okay, so be part of it, and I'm sure BCS, we especially would focus on a specific group who would really foster this, AI movement. AI movement is big for our BCS members. This is our next driving force. Okay. Number 8, যারা আসলে আমরা ক্যারিয়ার করতে চাই, আমাদের অধিকাংশ সময় বাংলাদেশ থেকে why people don't get hired. I did a lot of deep research into this. If there are 2 candidates, one candidate I know is much better than my counterpart. Candidate from Philippines, candidate from India. The guy who is trying to face the interview is much better than those candidates, but I cannot hire him. You know why? Because he has got no LinkedIn post in the same field. He has got no, digital footprint which says that he has not worked in community project. He has not worked in any open source project, but he's very good. But the moment you talk to somebody from Bangalore, immediately he will give you his GitHub, and you'll see he has done already 20 projects like that. He has written, in the last 2 years, he had already written 8 to 10 articles which is published. Look at his planning of the career. We truly lack in that. We are very raw. We are very, self-centered. And we have to change. We really need to, the moment we are trying to build an international career, we have to be visible in LinkedIn. We have to be visible in GitHub. You have to be visible in community projects. You have to be visible in open source projects. You have to have your name printed in one of the, say, 500 contributors. It values a lot and a lot. Okay? Thank you. I saw a number of participants coming today. They did their posters, they have done their amazing projects. I'm very happy some of the projects are actually of good standard. These are not mere project which would do an academic representation. Some of the projects are actually commercial, great project. It has given me enormous happiness that people are trying to understand the context of being commercial, context of being, trying to use technology in the right direction. Last but not the least, we cannot be evil. We can no way use our machine learning AI into some evil projects. For example, in a betting site, in a site where the pornography users are more, making people addictive to certain things, we cannot do that. We have to be extremely aware about it as a professional, that our ethical standards are extremely high, and we keep this practice in our professional circuit and also guide our generation next who is trying to build a career in AI and ML. এখন যদি কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে, I'm willing to take the questions.